Welcome to Creative Brews. I'm Kristen, and this is your weekly dose of creativity, where photography, design, and life come together. So, grab your favorite drink, and let's talk about what's brewing. Okay, currently I'm on a walk. This is probably not going to go anywhere, but this is a memo for me to remember later on. But, so I'm winded because I'm on a walk. But anyways, today's memo is on self-doubt. And it's really all about stepping into your higher self and letting go of self-doubt. Definitely need to talk about this on a podcast episode because I think this is something that everybody needs to hear. But we gotta let go of self-doubt because it's only keeping us behind. And if, it's one thing I need to work on, and after this walk, I've told myself I'm stepping into my higher self. After this walk, or along this walk, with each step I'm taking, I'm letting go of self-doubt. So, we're kind of on a local walk, just basically walked from the house, and we just started. We've been in about almost 15 minutes. It is 9:22. It's time for his morning nap. He usually takes 2 naps. One in the morning and one early afternoon, maybe a little after lunchtime. But as any of you other mamas out there know, each day can be different. So that seems to be his daily routine. So it definitely feels like fall is finally upon us. It's crisp. The sun is warm but not too warm. You hear the leaves crunching. So this is what I'm talking about. I might make this a segment of my podcast. Maybe, I don't know. This is kind of just supposed to be a brain dump. Like, this is basically what I do in my notepad. So I write down a whole bunch of stuff, and then I'll go back through, refine and organize, and then poof, podcast episode is born. So, a lot of you have been wondering, how do you do what you do? And this is how. So, honestly, I might use this audio now that I'm thinking about it, because I might call this segment like something like mindful walks, or maybe mindful mama walks. I don't know. We're gonna have to think about that a little bit more. Plus, like I said, this was just supposed to be a brain dump, especially since I'm gonna be huffing and puffing. I highly doubt people want to listen to that. But I've been thinking about maybe uploading a bonus episode and make it subscriber based, just to see how that goes. But I don't know. gonna have to think about that a little bit more. It was just a thought. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe the bonus episode could be a mindful walk episode, you know? So this is everyday life, real, unfiltered, everyday life here. I mean, you're hearing me talk to you guys, but to everybody else who passes by, probably looks like I'm just a crazy person. But I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think? So I guess if I do this segment, then maybe this will be the first one. I'm not sure. So, yes, the whole premise of this brain dump, or sometimes I say word vomit, which I know to some people might be like, ew, that's nasty. But a lot of times, you know, I don't know. To each his own, I guess, right? Got some kombucha with me. But I guess to get back to it, the whole premise and topic of this brain dump, because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. This is basically just to get down my thoughts, dump it somewhere so I can listen to it later, refine and organize like I normally do. But I don't know, sometimes, like my fiance said, I think in a previous episode, sometimes it's best to just brain dump, right? Like, sometimes you can get a little caught up in making stuff, quote unquote, perfect, you know, or post worthy or whatever, when really a lot of times what ends up happening is the raw, unfiltered sometimes is the better option or the best option. So yeah, I don't know. You all let me know what you think. It's about to get a little bumpy. It gets my creative juices going, and it helps me to let go of lingering things that are in your mind. I think that really helps unstuck energy. So energy that you are holding within your body, that your body is kind of clenching onto. I think it kind of helps. Okay. I'm timing. I'm actually using my Apple Watch for the first time in a long time. Since I was pregnant last year, I did not like any kind of jewelry, bracelets, or anything on my wrist. And so, yeah, I stopped wearing it. But, good morning. So, I stopped using my Apple Watch for a little while. Until today. Because I'm trying to, you know, I know this is a sensitive subject, but I'm trying to get rid of the mama weight. Some of it anyway. But in a healthy way, of course. Anyways, get back to what I was saying. Yes, movement. I know everybody's different, but movement, specifically outside, you can feel the wind, you can feel the sun warming your skin or kissing your skin. You can hear the birds and the insects and the water rushing. You can hear the leaves crackling beneath your feet. Not to mention the smells. Oh my gosh. Especially going into fall. I love the smell of summer. I love the smell of the changing seasons. So spring and fall are amazing. So yes. Let's see how long I've been talking for. Wow. Only 11 minutes. That's crazy. I feel like I've been talking longer than 11 minutes. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like it helps me to get out and remove, quote unquote, stuck, not unstuck, stuck energy that no longer serves me, that I don't need, that I need to get rid of. So this is my way of doing it. And if I use this audio, which really depends, Patrick, if you're listening, I have made it past the bridge by myself. Well, with our son. So you'll be happy. I'll have to text him here in a little bit. Anyways, I know that sounds so funny, or to some people who are mean, they'll be like, oh my god, that's so stupid. But I'm laughing because, I mean, any goal, big or small, is a goal, right? So, like we said in a previous episode, the small things is where it's at. Enjoy the little things in life, because if you don't, you will become bitter. You'll become a shell of a human being that nobody wants to be around. That's all I've got to say. So, yeah, you do you. You keep being mean if you're someone listening or judging or whatever. You keep doing you, boo. Oh, God. Wow. Anyways, I don't know. It's just amazing, you know? So, you get to choose your life. I know a lot of people listening or watching, because I guess if I do upload this, it'll definitely be just audio, obviously. But sometimes I have those on my podcast because it's just easy. You do get to choose how you live your life, right? Yes, so let's sit back and think about that for a second, because the immediate response that people would just haul off and say is, nuh-uh, I have to do X, Y, Z. I have to do whatever it is. But do you? I mean, I know we all have things that we do have to do in order to live life, in order to be successful, or whatever you deem as successful to you, because we all have different opinions about every single thing. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So, I feel like the more people that can wrap their heads around stuff like basically everything that I'm saying or talk about on my podcast, because I kind of talk about different things here and there. What? That's crazy. Okay, we've been walking for 28 minutes. I'm trying to make it to the flower field that we have nearby. And then turn around. But anyways, this definitely has made this walk a lot more manageable. Usually when I'm left to my own mind, my mind starts, kind of not doubting itself, but sorta, which is why I began even talking, and putting this in an audio message. Anyway, is to let go of self-doubt. And you can absolutely do whatever the hell you want to do in your life. The only person, the only thing, anything that's holding you back a lot of times is yourself. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's not just about me holding myself back, but it's the fact that I don't have the means to do XYZ. I can't do XYZ because I have to do this. Okay, I agree with you 100%. I was the same way. Everybody says, fake it till you make it, or whatever. And that is the wrong mentality to have. First off, if you're listening and you're like, yes, I completely agree, I got you. You need to sit back with yourself somewhere, whatever feels comfortable for you. Only you would know that. Like for me right now, I'm walking by myself or with my son in the stroller, talking to literally the trees, the earth, and anybody who's around to listen. Obviously, I may or may not use this audio. So, obviously, maybe it'll see the light of day. We'll see. But what I have to say is, you need to check your mentality and your mental state before you say, I absolutely cannot do that, or I have no choice, or whatever you tell yourself that keeps you comfortable, right? So this is your lovingly swift kick in your ass, is what I'm going to call it, to get you back living the life that you are truly desiring and wanting, and a life that you want to wake up and live, and you want to jump up out of bed or whatever, and you just want to, get up, and you really feel energized about living the best life that you can, right? So I would check your mental state. You gotta always check from within you first, because if you are in the middle of healing, if you're in the middle of something traumatic, if you're in the middle of stress, what else? There's all kinds of stuff that you could be in the middle of that makes you doubt how strong you are, who you truly are, and what you can actually do in this life. And, it's not just about getting that desk job and being quote-unquote what you think is successful, working a 9-to-5 for somebody else. Okay? I'm not saying it's easy. It is not easy. Everything, that's the reason why I started this podcast, because everything I'm talking about, every single thing that I'm talking about or will talk about are things that I had to learn myself. Nobody sent me down. I didn't take a class. You know what I mean? Like, these are all life lessons that's the reason why right there I wanted to start this podcast to share what I know. It might not be correct. It might not be verbally correct. It might not be, I don't know. I might not use the technical terms or whatever, but it's still valid at the end of the day. So, all of this to say, check your mental state. You have to check from within. Oh, sorry, honey. Before you can outwardly. You gotta check from within before you can. Basically, I don't know, what am I trying to say here? You have to check from within before you can look outward, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully this all makes sense. Anyways, I think that is about it. I had to pull over and because I have a little, like a light, really, really thin, not blanket, but it's one of those swaddles. There you go. Swaddle, breathable material over our sun because it's not too windy, but it's a little windy. So I've made it to the flower field. It looks amazing. It's full of all kinds of very vibrant wildflowers, which is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I took a few little snippets out here. I think I used it in one of my posts not too long ago. I'll probably use a couple more. It's got all kinds of dragonflies and monarch butterflies. So, yeah, it's just amazing. I don't know. All I have to say with what I said previously, life is full of opportunity, people. You just have to not be blind. What I mean by that is you have to fix your perception of what you think your life should look like, can look like. I don't know. I mean, I think that's about it. Like, that term, check yourself before you wreck yourself, I mean, kind of applies here, right? You gotta check yourself from within to outwardly see opportunities. There's opportunities every day. You chose to get up, go to work. You chose to, I don't know, get up, go work out, go to work. You chose whatever you got up to do today is in your power and is your decision. I know, hearing that is easier said than done. A lot of people are going to disagree. They're going to tell me, oh, you just have it easy and all kinds of stuff, easy for you to say, blah, blah, blah. Actually, it's not, right? Because, like I said, we all have opportunities. We all have decisions, and same goes for me. Like, there are so many opportunities, and one thing that you choose to do could drastically change your life forever. I'll leave that to think about, for you all to think about. And so that way, you can kind of think about it, maybe brew on it a little bit, pun intended, a little bit. But again, let me know. I mean, if this audio goes anywhere, please let me know. If this is something you would be interested in. Like I said, again, everybody has opportunities. It just depends on your perception of your life. The reason why I say it like that is because your perception, depending on where you're at in your journey or on your journey, it depends on if you're healing yourself correctly, or are you just putting a band-aid, patching things up, saying or telling yourself, yeah, I'm healing, when really there goes a leak, there goes a couple of other leaks, and you're rushing to go and patch it up, right? So this is a hard thing for people to understand, because you have to 100% be true with yourself, to yourself, for yourself, about yourself, okay? You have to look at yourself and be like, you know what? I'm not where I want to be in my life, and that's okay, because you know what? I'm going to get there. It might take me longer, or you might look up and it might not take you longer, you know? So, I don't know. It just really depends on you. Anyways, we are walking back now. So, yep, made it to the flower field. Of course, you know, y'all all know me. Sort of took a few photos and whatnot. But yeah, I'm proud of myself. I mean, I achieved what I wanted to achieve, plus a little bit more. So, you know what? Like I said, life is just full of opportunities. You just have to not be blind to it. Exactly. He kind of woke up a little bit. So, yes, like I said, after this walk is mentally for me to let go of self-doubt and to step into truly my higher self. And that is what I'm doing. I am grateful, thankful, and all of that, all the gratitude, all of that. It's been a long journey for me. I'm sure a lot of people out there can agree. It's been painful. It's been amazing. It's been, I don't know, it's just been amazing altogether. All in all, even with the painful events and the rough patches and the low points, it's been amazing. And I'm choosing to perceive and view and observe that about my life. You are not a victim of your past. I know that's a touchy subject, and we're kind of going into a different topic, but let me tell you, the victim mentality, it's on my list. I do plan on talking about it. I'm only going to touch on it right now. I'm not going to talk about it, but that is one of the absolute worst things you can do for yourself, is play the victim for too long. Obviously, a lot of us have been a victim of something that's either happened to us in our life or something, but you have a choice. Just like I said a little bit ago, you have a choice every day that you can make. You just have to do it. You have to be crazy enough to make the choice that you absolutely want. You have to, I don't know, if you want to live a life that's full of excitement and joy and all of this, first off, just start looking around you. Start being present. A lot of times, everybody gets blinded, which is why I've been saying lately, you need to lift the blindfold on your life. In order to get real with yourself, that's a good term. Yes, you gotta stay real. Be real, stay truthful about you, yourself, and you. Okay? Me, myself, and I. You cannot keep yourself comfortable. Okay? If you're playing the victim, look, I get it. Hurtful shit has happened to me in my life. And that is why I'm sharing all these things. Some of the most happiest people in the world are some of the most saddest people. I've said that before. It's true. You don't just need to check on your friends who are going through shit, okay? You need to also check on your happy friends. If they're always happy and they're always smiling, it's because they don't want to be a burden on you, okay? Just out of the blue, message them. Be like, hey, just thought about you today. I want to say, hope you're doing good. And, you know, I don't know, maybe we should hang out sometime. Or it's been a while, you know, whatever it is. Hello. Hey. So, yes, like, there's a lot of real, raw truth to that, because I was all the time the friend or the family member or whatever acquaintance that when people, split tooth. We've been walking for almost an hour, people. This is amazing. But I was all the time that happy-go-lucky person. And the reason why is not because I was faking it until I made it. That's not. I think I tried doing that early on whenever I graduated college, because I did really believe within me, something wanted to believe, the fake it till you make it, but it just wasn't working. So, okay. Then I stopped.
That is adorable.
Hey. So, I do have to say, it is a little awkward to be talking out loud. Anyways, nobody doesn't know that I got my phone with me. I might be talking to somebody on the phone, right? Ooh, okay, so now my ADD is kicking. It could be mindful mama walks, mindful walks, or phone calls with, I don't know, KB, I'm not sure. Anyways, again, I don't even know if this is going to see the light of day. But all I have to say is, yes, I was that person. That always said, no, I'm good, no, I'm fine. And it was only because I didn't want to be a burden to anyone. Also, too, it's because sometimes you don't want other people's opinions, but what I didn't really know or learn until now is that it's okay to just say, today I'm not feeling it. Today I'm not okay. And then if somebody's like, well, do you want to talk about it or whatever, you do have the right to say, you know what, I don't want to talk about it. And the reason why is because I was definitely the person that I just said, no, I'm okay, I'm fine, I got it, always. because I was trying to be strong for myself. Okay, so it's not all the time about the other person. It's not all the time about being a burden. It's also about who you are from within. And I was trying to be strong for myself. So that's the reason why a lot of times I'd say, no, I'm fine. Everything's okay. Even if somebody knew it wasn't okay. Anyways, I think you all get the gist. So, yes. Anyways, oh, there's a butterfly. Oh, it was like right in front of me on the ground. And it waited until I stopped to look at it to then fly away. I thought it was hurt. It was a blue and black butterfly. Anyways, again, not to sound like a broken record, but let me know what you all think. And also, again, I don't know if this is going anywhere. We'll all see. Stay tuned, right? Anyway, we are all letting go. Excuse me, I burped. This walk is all about letting go. Things are coming full circle. That's what September is all about. What did I tell you guys earlier on when I started this podcast? The time is now, and I'm embodying that. We are capable of amazing things. You know, so you are, what is that saying? Jeez. When I want to remember something, I can't ever think of things. And now that I'm kind of on the spot, I'm like, we are all able to have not only amazing things in life, but amazing things to happen to us. You know, there's a term I'm looking for. I know someone's probably thinking of it and shouting it to the screen. But, yes, we are all capable and able and need to be more accepting to amazing things happening in your life. Amazing things happening to you, for your family, to your family. I don't know. But I am choosing at this point of time to let go of self-doubt because it's only keeping you behind. It's clouding your perception of your life, of your choices, and you need to let go of the self-doubt. Tell yourself, I am a successful business owner who's made X amount this year already. I don't know, I am a person who's staying consistent with working out. You know, whatever it is in your life that you want to let go of that self-doubt, do it. Don't just say it. Affirmations work if you truly, truly believe in them. But where does that come from? From within. And you have to truly, truly believe that you are worthy. That is the term I was just trying to think of. You are worthy of the affirmations that you're trying to make yourself believe. If you are just saying affirmations, if you're just saying, I'm amazing, and you don't believe it, you still have that self-doubt. You still are doubting yourself. And like I said, right now, I'm choosing to let it go. which is what this whole brain dump was about. So, if you're still listening, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to have to go here soon. We're halfway home. This has been actually really amazing. And I hope I didn't say 1,000 times. I really don't think I did. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, movement helps me think sometimes. It helps me to get that stuck energy out of my body, move it somewhere else, move it into something that is, I don't know, good for you, and all of that. But yes, we are all worthy of living a life that lights us up, of being successful in whichever way you choose to deem is successful to you and in your life. That's going to be different for everybody. I know I just said business owner and working out. I don't know, maybe you want to be a cook, an author, a writer, a spokesperson. I don't know. There's literally thousands of things I could say. So, I think you get it. But, again, if you're using affirmations as a band-aid, it's not going to work. And you're actually just keeping yourself blind. So, you got to get real with yourself in order to truly change your life, period. In order to change your life, you have to get real with yourself. And it's uncomfortable, it's hard. Again, every single day, you have to wake up, and choose. Like, I mean, you hear this wind? The energy out here is amazing. Like, people, I don't know what to tell you. I really wish I could. I try to use descriptive words to really get the point across, to get the energy across, but everything is energy. Everything. And if you're choosing every day to live negatively, that's all you're going to have in your life, is negative. So you have to somehow fix your belief system in order to choose different. Okay? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This has been amazing. Even if I don't post these, I think I'm gonna start doing this. Yeah. Here and there, because usually I have Patrick with me, my fiance, and he really is my rock. Like, seriously, I feel like I don't give him enough credit. I don't really even know, like, the descriptive terms to say to get the point across. But he's amazing. We give each other energy. Like, I don't know. It's just, all in all, amazing. I think that's the best way I can put it. Anyways, there are some wind chimes over here. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I wish we were over here whenever the wind was just blowing. It's just amazing. Leaves are falling. People. Again, before I end this, let's see what to end it with. I don't know. Like I said, get real with yourself in order to change your life and in order to live the life you truly desire and want to live, that lights you up and that gets you out of bed. So be real with yourself, fix your perception, fix your belief system. Sometimes you gotta switch some things around. Maybe some things you learned from, I don't know, your guardian, your family, your friend, off the TV, wherever you learned it. Sometimes you have to go back and fix things, switch them around, kind of think of it as a energy, a motherboard or a circuit. Sometimes you have to unplug things, replug them back in, or unplug things and plug them into something else in order for it to make sense to you. And only you can do that. But you have the strength, the power, the will. Everybody has everything they need from within. I truly do believe that. You just have to be real enough, strong enough. You have to be tired of your own bullshit. Don't play the victim mentality because, well, that's how I was brought up. Or, that's how, my luck is. I have bad luck all the time. Yeah, because the reason why you have bad luck all the time is because literally your mentality, your perception, your belief system is all off whack. It's all off track. It's out of whack, and you need to fix it. Woo, y'all hear me dying? I'm just kidding. I'm going uphill now. Anyways, and I'm also doing these walks mainly for myself to get stronger, not just to lose weight, but to get stronger mentally and for myself and also for my family. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm getting really winded. But yes, a lot of what we deal with starts in the mind, in our mental state, and what we think we can mentally achieve and accept in our lives, which you gotta change that, rewire it, and yeah, you're capable. Anyways, I'll talk to you all soon, and hope you all are having a great week. Ta-ta for now.